name is Ashwita Anandakanan, DEM 08201138. Professor Studio Wu is a main character or hero. Professor personality trait is highly intelligent and meticulous. He appears to be very determined to pull off the greatest money heist in history. After planning for it for several years, once he recruits his dream team, he makes everyone religiously follow a strict schedule, complete the fundamental rules to prepare for and execute the heist. His professional attitude is apparent through his careful consideration and planning for all possible scenarios that could arise during the heist. This forward-thinking approach helps him in his rise for perfection, when he used the team to stick to the plan in every situation. From here, we can know that the professor appears to have exceptional knowledge in negotiation tactics, police strategy, weaponry, law enforcement, hostage crisis, Uvenian, forgery, theft, and bank robberies. He was able to control the entirely of his age from the behind the scene, playing with the police and constantly tricking them into doing exactly what he wanted them to do. He also demonstrated a deep understanding for her human psychology. Her majority of his plans gravely depend upon the reaction he predicts from the police, the government, and the public. This allows him to play the tense game of one-upmanship with Inspector Hercule Murillo, where he repeatedly managed to shift the status quo in favor of his team during the heist, despite overwhelming odds. Thank you.
Hi sir, I'm Remy here from batch 22A, the continuous of Professor Personality Traits. However, his calm demeanor complements his innate leadership traits, which allow him to resolve team conflict without a fuss. Moreover, team members have a great trust in his plan and decision-making abilities. This is apparent when the team chosen to respect the protocol for waiting for 24 hours for his telephone call before activating Plan Chernobyl, despite clear evidence on the televisions of his impending imprisonment a few hours before the deadlines. They do this as they have immense respect for his intellect and believe he will do everything in his power to save the team from any crisis. While that, Sergio also thinks of himself as a strategist similar to chess player who needs to carefully calculate every move before arriving at a conclusion. This allows to make a crucial decision in every short periods of when situations go away. He may possibly be an expert material artist as he easily subdues albatro and requel on separate occasions. He is a shown practical boxing and undergoing intense physical training in his hideout. Despite planning the biggest heist in human history, the professor maintains stringent moral principle. He refrains from killing Raquel's mother even when it appeared to be a only possibility of survival for the heads. The main thing to not spilling bloods in the most important rules of the heads. However, it's unclear if this is only due and consideration of public opinion or if it arises from a moral standpoint. He also showed the great compassion and love for his team members despite beginning his head class with no personal relationships rules. Thank you.
My name is Sri Lashmi, daughter of Murgia. My ID number is DEM 08200004. Conflicts that exit from a mysterious man only known as the Professor recruits 8 people to carry out an ingenious plan to rob the Royal Mint of Spain. During the haste, the group have to deal with hostages, pressure from the police, and of course conflict within their own ranks. And then the professor's budding relationship with Raquel and continues to complicate the royal meat plan as he is forced to pretend to be Salva to continue meeting with the negotiator over coffee. Besides that, the professor's conversation with Raquel get him into some real trouble as she finally catches on and learns his true identity. He is detained and integrated but probably escapes after Raquel fails to shoot him. He is eventually able to sway her over to the robber's side as the two admit their love for each other. It is revealed that Sergio accidentally left his fingerprints in a vehicle and the police found them. He also keeps right up to the point where the police keep tracing him. He gets chased in a forest and is forced to hide up. Finally, Inspector Sierra finds him is operationally based. Thank you.
Professor isn't around to control them. Because of his lack on his focus on them, he is indirectly caused Moscow undead by allowing Berlin to kick Tokyo out of the league. The robbers are shown as irrational and reckless. Professor, by helping the Alicia give birth and confiding her to the police, gave her away. This comes too late for Tokyo, however, as a professor is unable to help her when she is summoned by the soldier. When they are dangerously close to discovering who he is, Professor visits the junkyard and succeeds in relating the evidence. However, when he tried to assist the detective with the sketch and the junkyard owner proved to be the hassle. After taking the officer track, however, the professor played his card brilliantly and turned him hostile by warning him in Russia. The coup clearly failed on two occasions. The first when they are failed to catch professor in the junkyard, and the second when the junkyard owner became a hostie and lied he didn't know anything, despite his sketch being almost complete, and request still lets him go. Thank you.
Hi sir, my name is Praveen. Today I would like to continue on my part. There's another personality traits. There is another character who is a villain. His name is Gandia. His personality traits is filled with a thirst for blood and big sense of pride. He does not wish to go home to his wife and kids as a man who caught and controlled by a group of thugs and simply sat as a spectator while the action unfolded. He wishes to be a national hero. However, he elevated the show to new levels and has been a consistent pain in the team rare. His assassin's technique, skill, power and endurance and pain tolerance are second to none. Not only that, he has been a consistent pain in the team rare. Thank you.
A very good morning, sir. My name is Yashni Sivakumar from batch 22. Today I am going to talk about the personality trait of Gandia. Gandia is an often aggressive man. His constant resort to violence also signifies the everlasting impact of being a special operation agent. In addition, his assassination skills are put the test when fighting the gang in the Bank of the Spain. Gandia is short-sighted as well, not listening to his superior when he ordered him to stand down, instead attempting to fire on the Tokyo and Nairobi. He also fails to understand Palermo's true goal and causing enough chaos so that Palermo is back in charge of the heist, but heavily sabotage him nonetheless.
Hello, I'm Devan Rajasekaran from batch 22A. I'm here to continue about Gandia's conflict. The conflict had by Gandia is he tried to suffocate Nairobi when she was already struggling to recover in the operation room, and he tortured her despite knowing and she was sick and defenseless. Not only that, he executed her when she surrendered. He did all of this not because it was part of the mission, but purely out of hate. He was a racist with help of Sagasta, a merciless army leader. Gandia and Sagasta waged a war within the Bank of Spain. He takes his roles as the arm of right very seriously, viewing it as his responsibility to take down the thieves. Thank you.
Hi sir, I'm Saran from batch 22A. I'm here to explain my part. After his release, he executes everybody's favorite member of the team. Gandia gets out and immediately returns with a special force team, but his anger and ego jeopardize the mission. Lastly, Gandia returns to the Bank of Spain with a group of other soldiers to fight against the robbers. Defying Sagasta's order, Gandia throws a grenade at the robbers, which ends up thrown back at them and killing Matteo Canalejas. After Tokyo is shot many times and lying on the ground, Gandia stands over Tokyo to mock her. In a final act of defiance, she detonates the grenades tied on her, killing Gandia and several other soldiers except for Sagasta, Arche, and Vanquez.